Good morning, students. In our last class, we have completed some part of the lesson, The Deer Departed. And I hope you have understood the lesson till there. And today we'll be continuing the remaining part of the lesson. So if you see in your textbook, so in our last class till where we have seen is Mrs. Slater was planning to take her father's bureau from his room to their living room, means from upstairs to downstairs she want to take that bureau, and along with that bureau she want to take the clock because she want to keep it on their mantelpiece. So, and all these things she want to do before Amelia arrives their house. So see here, Henry and Mrs. Slater very hot and flushed, staggered in with a pretty old-fashioned bureau containing a locked desk. They put it where the chest of drawers was and straightened the ornaments, etc. There is a knock at the door. The knocking is repeated. So, what did Henry and Slater do? They took that old, pretty fashioned bureau containing a locked desk. They put it, means they brought that bureau from their father's room and they put it in their living room. And they put it in which place? Where that old chest of drawers was. And also they have adjusted the ornaments which was there on that. And by the time there was a knock at the door, and that knock was repeated. Then Victoria ushers in Ben and Mrs. Jordan. The latter is a stout, complacent woman with an irritating air of being always right. She is wearing an outfit of new mourning. Ben is also in complete new mourning. He is rather a jolly little man, but at present trying to adapt himself to the regrettable occasion. Mrs. Jordan sails into the room and solemnly goes straight to Mrs. Slater and kisses her. The men shake hands. So what happened? When the door was knocked, Victoria went and opened the door. Who was there? Mrs. Jordan and Ben. And then this lady Jordan was little serious and irritating mindset woman, and she was wearing an outfit of new mourning, whereas Ben is also in complete new mourning outfit, and he is rather a jolly man, but depending on that situation he was trying to be regrettable, means he was trying to be, he is rather a jolly little man, but at present trying to adapt himself to the regrettable occasion. Means what occasion they have went to Mrs. Slater's home? Her father was dead. So depending on that situation he was trying to be adapted to that situation. Means he was quite means though he was a jolly person, he was trying to be calm. So Jordan sails into the room and he solemnly goes straight to Mrs. Slater. So Jordan went to Mrs. Slater and she kissed her, and whereas men, who Henry as well as Ben, they were shaking their hands. So Mrs. Jordan, well, Amelia, and so he is gone at last. So Mrs. Jordan is telling that, well, Amelia, as so he's gone at last, means their father has died finally. Then Mrs. Slater, yes, he's gone. He was 72 a fortnight last Sunday. So Slater is telling, yes, he is gone. He was 72 years old last Sunday itself. Then Ben chirpingly, now Amelia, you mustn't give way. Well, we have all got to die sometime or other. Then Ben is convincing Amelia that you shouldn't, means you don't be sad because one or the other day we all has to die. Then Mrs. Jordan, and now perhaps you'll tell us all about it. Then Jordan is asking, actually, now you tell me what has happened actually. Then Mrs. Slater, father had been merry this morning. He went out soon after breakfast to pay his insurance. Then what Mrs. Slater is telling, he was merry means he was happy in this morning, and he went out after having breakfast to pay his insurance. Then Ben, my word, it's a good thing he did. He's telling, but what Ben is telling, he has done a good thing that he has paid his insurance. Then Mrs. Jordan, he always was thoughtful in that way. He was too honorable to have gone without paying his premium. So what Mrs. Jordan is telling, he is always thoughtful about all these things, and he is too honorable means we have to thankful and we have to respect him for doing this thing, means what he has done, he has paid his premium. Then Henry, and when I came in, I found him undressed sure enough and sunk in bed. So Henry is telling, when I came means when I went into his room, I saw him undressed and he was sunk in the bed. Then Mrs. Slater, and when we'd finished dinner, I thought I'd take up a bit of something on a tray. He was lying there for all the world as if he was asleep. So I put the tray down on the bureau, on the chest of drawers, and went to awaken him. So he was quite cold. So what Mrs. Slater is telling, when we have finished our dinner, I thought to give some food to father, and I took some food on a tray. And when she went, he was lying there as if he was sleeping. So I put the tray down on the bureau. Means she was telling, as that bureau was in her father's room itself. Then in that means by mistake, as she has taken that bureau from her father's room, so what did she say? Correcting herself, what she was telling, I was putting that tray on the chest of drawers and I went to wake him. And a pause. He was quite cold. So she was explaining that when I took some food in a tray, he was asleep. So I thought to wake him up, and I put that tray on a chest of drawers and I went to wake him. But he was quite cold. And a pause, they wiped their eyes and sniffed back tears. Then Mrs. Slater, rising briskly at length in a business-like tone, well, will you go up and look at him now, or shall we have tea? Then Mrs. Slater was raising up briskly, and she was asking that whether you want to go up and look at him now, or shall we have tea? Then Mrs. Jordan, what do you say, Ben? Then Jordan was asking Ben, what do you say? Then Ben, I'm not particular. Then Ben was telling, I'm not particular, means he's telling that is up to your wish. Then Mrs. Jordan, surveying the table, well then, if the kettle's ready, we may as well have tea first. Then Jordan, she observed the table and she said, if the kettle has set ready, means if the tea is ready, first we will have tea. Then Mrs. Slater puts the kettle on the fire and gets tea ready. By the time Henry, one thing we may as well decide now is the announcement in the papers. Then what Henry is telling, one thing we should do is one thing we may as well decide now is the announcement in the paper. So they are planning to announce that their father has died. So they want to give that announcement in the papers. So Mrs. Jordan, I was thinking of that. What would you put? So Mrs. Jordan is also telling that I am thinking of that, but what we will put? Then there was a pause. Mrs. Jordan, well, we will think about it after tea, and then we will look through his bits of things and make a list of them. There's all the furniture in his room. So What happened? Mrs. Jordan is telling, well, we will think about it after drinking tea. Then we will look through his bits of things and we will make a list of them. There's all the furniture in his room. Then Henry, there's no jewelry or valuables of that sort. Then Henry was telling, is there any? Means he's asking, there's no any jewelry or valuable things. Then Mrs. Jordan, except his gold watch, he promised that to our Jimmy. So Mrs. Jordan is telling that except that gold watch, because father has promised to Jimmy that he will give his gold watch. So Mrs. Slater, promised your Jimmy? I never heard of that. Then Mrs. Slater is telling that, what, father has promised your Jimmy that he'll be giving his gold watch? I didn't heard about it. So till I think you have understood till here. We'll be continuing the remaining part of the class in our next session. Thank you. Have a good day.